Welcome to the Market Alert for Thursday, 13th of February 2020. So, another day, another record high for stocks and also for deaths from COVID-19. So, we did it. We made a new high yesterday. So, let's have a look at the insanity and see where we are. So, you can see in recent weeks we've managed to go from this level here. Let me just tell you what it is. See how many points the market's put on in such a short space of time. So 28,164 to yesterday's high of, actually that's not the high. The high is, drum roll, 29,567. So we weren't far off heading towards the 30,000. I don't know whether the market's going to have the momentum to do that based upon looking at the volume. There's not a lot on the upside, but who knows? I mean, just trade what you see, not what you expect, although we know the backdrop from the QE and everything else, and there's a likelihood of QE4 coming in and moving the markets back to the upside if we have a correction anyway. So we live in very strange times, never mind interesting. Some weird things going on when you look at the moves in these markets. It's just insane. It's the only remaining vestige of keeping the illusion alive that the financial system is sound when it's falling apart in the background, with record highs now being printed overnight for the repo markets and keeping the banks' liquidity going as well. So hey ho. Anyway, the market's down on the overnight, having made this new all-time high. No surprise there either. And again, all of the heavy lifting is done in this market in the pre-market session. As you can see here from yesterday recording the Market Alert, price is up 100 points in the pre-market. And then when the cash market opens, it gets a real pounding. And as I've said before, that's because there's a lot actually selling. So it's easy to move the futures market to the upside because there is nobody selling the actual physical shares. But as soon as the cash market opens, the futures market has to stand aside effectively, and then you see the selling going on. And yesterday, by Jove, there was some up and down, sideways movements here, all within a 50 point range, and then eventually the market broke out and broke the all-time high. This is the all-time high here. Yesterday afternoon, and then just before the close we see it here, and then overnight, no surprise, we see the market drop over 100 points, 150 points to be precise, down to the DP level where the market is currently sitting, and below the 200 MA. So these two areas crucial. If prices are to move higher, they need to get back above the 200 MA and stay above the DP level. Failing to do this, we'll see prices move lower. News today. What have we got? Nothing really. Just the core CPI. It's a joke, isn't it? 0.2. That's out at 130. Otherwise, it's up to the market to make its own direction. It will be interesting. It's certainly under pressure after the all-time high yesterday. Time for a breather, I would think. Implied volatility moving to the downside as well, below the the 20 bar moving average there. And in the coloured version, you've got back to green. We're below the 20 bar moving average in the implied volatility now once more. So I would expect this to turn up if we have a bit of a down move today. Certainly doesn't look too promising at the moment, but that could be famous last words on my part, and the market then turning around and moving back to the upside. Meanwhile, Bitcoin, not very quiet yesterday, quite erratic yesterday, and attempting to move higher on the overnight. You can see steady in the 4 hour moving to the upside, but in the 15-minute, very choppy yesterday, directionless. I think it's, again, you've got these spikes, and then you end up with $50 ranges or less. Although saying that, we did have $100 range, the odd $100 range inside of here, but then it went back to less than 50. Very strange market at the moment. A bit of a trend there, but very odd indeed. No 10-year today. It's not done a lot. It's just at 0.04. So yeah, that will do it for this one. Let's see if the market can manage to move to the upside today, or we get a straight reversal on what we've seen achieved over yesterday. Because at the moment the market's given back 50% already, and looking over to the other screen, the futures continue to move to the downside, which that's the DAX I'm looking at on the other screen, so certainly moving down at the moment. Okay, that's it for this one. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.